Good morning, everybody, and this is your DAX day trade setups for today. So starting off with the 8 hour, and this price action the last, well, for most of the week, I think it was just really Monday, which we had a Monday and Tuesday, I suppose, where we had something brewing, but we're rejecting the 155. We don't have a crossover just yet, so we're stuck between the moving averages, which is range. So that's indicating we have a potential range, and then we have a pretty clear breakout which has not been tested, which is this area here. And you can see it lines up with the moving averages. That's at 13, let's just round it off to 1300. So that is the first level that I would expect us to be retesting. Oscillators, not really your friend for longs at the moment. They are starting to ease off. Important thing is that that does look like they're starting to move apart. So if they do move quite far apart and then cross over, then you've got a signal for a fairly aggressive move to the upside. We do have a gap to the upside, which is going to act as a magnet. This gap was closed. We've got another gap to the downside, and I think it's important to keep that level in as well, and that is around 12,600. So for me at the moment, you look at the 8 hour, there's nothing really on offer here. We switch across to the 3 hour. We've got a crossover of the moving averages. All three of them have now crossed over. They are flattening out though, which is a concern. Oscillators pointing down right now, but if they start pointing down or group down to the downside, we do have some form of structure, and then that would also give us some diversions. So you can see there's a previous swing low. Look at that. And if that crosses down below that, then we have diversions, which would be continuation diversions, which is in this direction. So the big question here is this range that was formed late in the week. We had this strong move up. Is this consolidation and then a move to the upside, or is this rejection and then a move to the downside? So which would form a much bigger range. The last thing we want to do here is just put that top in. You can see there's the previous top there. Okay, and you can see that how that paid, sorry, how that influenced price on. That was Wednesday, wasn't it? Yeah, I think, or late Tuesday, early Wednesday. So that's kind of when that happened. Now, if we just drop down to the levels that we need to trade, look at the 8 hour. Look at the 1 hour, and buyers coming in off the bottom here, sellers coming off the top. That's a clear range. Okay, this level here we can just fine tune. There's our previous swing high. So any break of this range to the downside, I'd be very skeptical, because more than likely just get held up over here. There is a gap a little bit further down in this area here. We'll look at that on the 15-minute, and then there's a bigger gap down the bottom here as well. So there are some magnets to the downside. We are above the 155 on the 1 hour at the moment, so could be bottom of range, could sort of be looking to reverse here. So I wouldn't want to be short or long right now, not until there is a decent setup that shows itself. And if we look at the 15-minute from Friday, you can see when we did the video here, we were looking at this range that was forming, and basically broke the mini range to the upside and then rejected the bigger range to the upside, and now we're back down at the bottom. So I would be very cautious here. If you look at the 15 minutes at the moment, trend is reversing to the downside, but I want to see. Let me just delete the blue marks here. So what I want to see is a rejection of structure. And if you look to the left, that's the bit of structure that we have on the 15 minutes. So at the open, I'm looking for rejection of 13,185 or alternatively 13,200. And then I'm expecting 1300 to be tagged. If we look at the 15-minute, break 1300, then 12,974. It is Monday, not much in the way of catalysts that could drive us at the moment, and we've obviously got the Feds on Wednesday. So I suspect we're going to form some kind of a range. And if you just look at the hour, you can see, those are pretty clear and well-defined levels that we have here. So it's a scalping day, I'm afraid. So any rejection of this area here at 13,200, 13,185, you're first looking for 13,052, and then you're looking for 12,974. Those are the two areas that you're looking to take profit on. If we break those two levels, these two levels in the middle to the upside, then you're looking for another visit to the top of the range at 13,375. I don't see us breaking out of those areas. Not at all. Okay. Anyway, so that's kind of my view at the moment. I think we're probably going to range today. We'll stay inside this range. And we're looking for some catalyst. And I think what people are waiting for is the Feds, and hoping that the Feds aren't going to raise interest rates at the, well, at the amount that they're looking to raise. They're looking to raise at 0.75 basis points. So if it's anything lower, then you're going to see a big squirt up. If it's anything more, then you're going to see a big squirt down. So that's kind of the macroeconomics that we're waiting for right now. And then there's a whole skew of other data that's coming out this week, which could impact us at the same time. Anyway, that's kind of my view at the moment is, to be quite honest, sit and wait for some decent structure on the hour before jumping in on this. Hope it helps, and we'll catch up with you tomorrow morning. Cheers for now.